So if this container, which sits in the center of the garden off the patio, looks different to you, that's because the poor thing suffered a terrible fate. If you remember this summer, I had that great canna growing, well actually 2 great cannas growing in there, and I had those planted in a pot that I then sunk in the pot. But between the cannas almost blowing out the sides of the container they were in, and then the Purple Heart just taking over on the inside, the entire thing got stuck together. So when I was trying to pry that canna out, there was an incident in which the whole thing fell while I was wanking stuff around, and the bottom of this urn broke off. So that's gone, and now the whole bottom is a giant hole. So this will be replaced in spring, hopefully with something fabulous. But it'll do for now. And actually this bowl will actually, since it's got the bottom is out of it anyways, I actually thought this would be really cool to tuck in the garden somewhere and plant some plants in it in the garden, but then you wouldn't really have to water it because they will be able to get their own water. So maybe not a bad thing. Anyway, I have stuck in, because there's a giant hole, I have stuck in a just a burlap sack, and I've dumped some of my pots in here because I have this one is gonna we're just gonna go straight into soil in this one. So I've dumped some of my pots in here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get brand new fresh potting soil to fill up the rest of this, which I hate to do that with. It seems like such a waste, although I will use it eventually. But anyway, so we're just gonna fill this up with soil, and we're gonna build this one straight into dirt, no foam or anything. Okay, I'm going to use this sphere trellis again that I used in here last year. I know the question is coming because a lot of people ask it. So I bought this at a local garden center, but they will ship them. They don't have a website, but they will ship them if you either email or call them. So I will put the information to that below, so that if you're really hot for one of these things and you can't find it elsewhere, you can call them. So it's a little wobbly in the soil. This is part of the reason why I prefer to use something a little sturdier. It will freeze in there, so it will be sturdy over time, but it's just not sturdy sort of while constructing it. And I'm not worried about this burlap. You won't see that by the time I'm done with this program.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about.
Well, it's actually the next day. So we lost light, the camera battery died, and I did a couple more things to this, and I wasn't sure if I liked what I was doing. I thought I'll just sleep on it and come back out here, and it turns out I don't like it. So this is actually a moment for you guys to leave your comments, because I'd be interested to know if you like it the way it looks right now, or if you like it better after I get rid of these red berries, which is what I'm gonna do. I feel like it's a little too much with the red berries. So I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna readjust a few things in here. So let me know in the comments if you would have left the berries or not. And then we're gonna get on, and we're almost finished with this one then.
And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday
Okay, so those were the two containers that I had something planned for. And now we get to the part of my containers where it's sort of just making the most of what I have and kind of you piecing together leftovers with no real plan. I do want to save some of my greens for attempting to make a wreath, which I'm going to do for the first time. And there probably will not be a video because I don't know what I'm doing. But in here, I'm just going to do more sticks. I just want to show you what I have. Now this bunch is all saved from last year. I just pulled these out of a pot and threw them into a bucket in the garage. And they're a little dry and crispy and not nearly as vibrant. This is a bundle of, this is red twig dogwood. This is sort of your typical, kind of hold those up together so you can kind of see the difference. Your typical red twig dogwood. The dogwood that I put in the container in the center of the garden is actually cardinal, which I like better because I think it's a little bit more vibrant. It's a little lighter in color. And then I have this. These are cool. These are red bud tips. And I hope you can see what we got going on there. See these little, they have these little great berries. So I'm thinking I'm going to incorporate these. I'm just going to use all these and see what happens. And then as usual, we'll fill in the thing with greens. But I think I'm probably going to use some greens from trees, maybe incorporate some cedar because we have cedar trees around. I sort of made an investment in this stuff, and I mean, I could maybe get another year out of this even. And keep in mind, you can always spray paint sticks too. So, you know, they're not necessarily done after 1 year and destined for the compost.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you.
Okay, so that's it for containers for today. I have one more I'm going to do. You will see that one on IGTV, on Instagram on December 13th. But other than that, this is it for the containers. Now, I think we'll start here with the simplest one. Just leftover red twig dogwood. I think again this was the cardinal variety leftover from last year. I added in maybe 5 or 6 stems of new ones just to brighten it up a touch. It's such a great way to get a lot of sticks in at, you know, I guess just dividing the cost over a couple of years. And then for the greens, I actually went and just trimmed branches off of some of the spruce trees. I was going to add some more faux red berries to this pot. And then I decided I just liked it simple. Everything by this garage is really simple. We just do a really simple cedar garland. I picked that up at Costco. And I just put lights on it and that's it. Nothing else. I have gone really fancy on the garage before and that was a lot of work. And I thought, well, we're not doing that again. So anyway, everything over here is super simple. And then I threw on some lights, not very well, by the way. I think once I get to the end of these projects, my patience for carefully putting on lights lessens a little bit. So that's that. So, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed walking through this process. That's what did we do? 4 containers here, from simple to not at all simple. And I always like to know which one is your favorite. It's everyone usually has a different favorite, and I always love to know which one you like best. So from the very simple to the not at all simple and a couple of stops in between, I think we hit it all in terms of winter container type of thing today. This one was almost free. as was the other one, because I used all the greens from the yard and I just added in a few purchased sticks. And I guess it's not technically free if you count the fact that I bought the sticks last year. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Let me know which container is your favorite, and we'll see you soon.